Welcome to Moonlight Truth Studios. It is me, Mama So. Desire everyone is doing well today. We are coming to the closing days of Leo season, and I just want to kind of check in, being that we've done the opposite axis within the season to build our crosses and to cross reference to see where it is that we may need to recalibrate a few things within ourselves and to pay attention to our projections and what we allow others to project upon us. This is what has been kind of stirring up for the majority of us, whether outside of us or within us. So at this point, we're going to be going into
My humble
Gemini.
apologies. This is
And
Virgo
Gemini
energy
is
that
going
I'm
to be
trying to
kind of like
communicate.
the kitchen area, or how you prepare or forge, how you implement and prepare your tools, and what you have gained. What are you going to do with the creations? What are you going to do with the new findings? What are you going to do with the mask that you discovered that you were wearing all along, that Leo season exposed or brought forward to you? Remember, inside of you or on the outside of you. However, this is a general message. It may or may not be for you. You have to utilize your own discernment when you come into my messages. I am the mama that is for those that is ready to face their fears, face their shadows, the things that has been standing in front of you from being able to reach your soul's potential or your fullest potential, or keep you from maturing, okay? Period. Mental maturity and emotional maturity, okay? So, Supreme Creative Source, Ancient of the Ancient Ancestors, and the higher realms of our greatest good. Also, my disclaimers are also linked down below in the description box, as well as my Cash App for any donations. And thank you to those that have donated thus far. Appreciate you. Also, for any personal consultations, that will be linked down below as well. Supreme Creative Source, Ancient of the Ancient Ancestors, and the higher realms of our greatest good. What is it that we, the collective individuals, need to see, hear, or know at this time, still in the season of Leo, but coming to the close? My smoke don't never do what I want it to do. It has a mind of its own. I don't know. I guess every direction is always different, I suppose. Because right now, I am not trying to sound off nobody's smoke alarms, family. Okay? So I'm going to move our smoke over here. Excuse me for my necklace interfering. But I'm going to move this smoke over here by the window, so Mama Soul don't have any unnecessary, and the youth is in the room and have to go to school. Okay. So 1209 may be significant. The beginning of some type of foundation within the cosmic is finally at its close. So there's something that you have identified that you need to bring into balance that benefits your spirit within the cosmos to begin again. The 9, that is the actual number of completion before it actually moves on to the caterpillar, the chrysalis state, before it goes back in to be reborn again. I think I said that right. But anywho, I know I shuffled, and I'm going to do it again. There's some good smoke over there, y'all. I really want to put these, because these are my cannabis cards. I know y'all want some cannabis blown on you too, but I'll do that in a minute. But this smoke looking too good over here. Okay, fam? Yes, sir. Why am I hearing that? Why am I hearing a biblical, like a, you are my peace. You are my peace. You are my peace, and I worship you. Why am I hearing that? I don't know. Let's see what the card got to say. Pay attention. Huh. The inner child is your peace. Pay attention to the peace. Yeah. Because look at the illumination here around the adult's head, the divine feminine, right? With the child, nurturing the child. You are my peace. Pay attention to your mind. This inner child right here is internally within you. So it's important that as we move forward, it's important that we pay attention to our peace, to identify what that looks like to us. I really want this here. Yeah, what that really looks like for us. Yeah, that's important. What else is here? Yeah, because it's almost like she's in the fortress. Like there's sticks and feathers or like arrows of native tribes like standing against her. It's almost as if she's being attacked in the midst of it. And it's almost like a protective type of measure. It's almost like a wheat field. I'm also seeing this like a wheat field being enclosed in wheat and trying to figure out the best direction. There's an inkling inside of you for those of you that may feel lost or unsure where you are. There's an inner voice within that is speaking and communicating the direction that is best for you. Make sure that you pay attention to that, because that is the child within. That is the soul power. That is the intuition, or the inner child is the connection to the intuition, because the inner child is what the power is to fulfill. The inner child has the insight, the foresight, right? But it's been wounded in thinking that it's something wrong. But pay attention to the voice within. Somebody may have gotten lost, and maybe you found your way out and you heard that inner voice and you followed that inner voice. And that's when you had that aha type of moment. And what I want you to know is that that voice that you heard, if this specific part, one that has gotten lost, got detoured, had the GPS put or took you somewhere else, totally opposite of what you thought, where you thought you was going, but somehow you had to listen to the voice within. That is the divine voice that you need to hear and hone into and learn it, even in the midst of chaos and noise, is what I'm hearing. There's something else that wants to come out. You are my peace. Yeah, the perfect peace. So it's almost like some of you are tapping in. What you have learned is that in moments when you're finding yourself in peace, when you're not paying attention, is when you're hearing your inner child. It's when you're hearing your own voice return back into you. Interesting. I like that. Because that's growth. That's no longer being subdued, by Satan. Anywho. Give me one more, Supreme. Grab my spider. What else? Solo magic. Creation solo. Yeah. The individual. The Leo. The creative ruler. The leader of one's own life. It is something that is for the individual. It's not for, well, it is for everybody, okay? But everybody have to take the journey on their own. They have to pursue it, to know it. They have to pursue the voice within, right? To tap back in, to want to heal, to want to cleanse, to want to identify the mirror of the face, and what other people are showing about you. Did I say that right? I have no idea, y'all. But anywho, oh, it's two of them here. There you go. Higher self. Solo magic. What did I say? She look like she's stripped. She's like she on the pole, y'all. And she's in straight bliss. Like, yeah, I got this. Higher self, equalizer. That's the paying attention to those moments of peace and recognize there's a need for someone here to recognize their power and how you have transmuted energy. And some of you are going to come to this aha moment in the magic that you do. Okay, so it's like some new things of your magic, of your creativity, are going to be coming online within this ending of the season. You're already in the midst of it for a lot of you that has truly been doing the work, because you have been retreating, you have been doing that hermit thing, you have been journeying in, you have taken the inner child journey to search out some past wounds or some forgotten memories and calling back different fragmented parts of yourself. Some of you even been doing some sex magic, and some of you have even also been doing some candle magic as well. And from what I'm hearing is that some of this candle magic or this sex magic or whatever this particular thing you did, you might have did it about 3 or 5 years ago, and it's just coming around. And it's just coming around because certain things are now in alignment, and there's a level of maturity that you have obtained, especially with the higher self being here. So I want to say truly congratulations. Some of you have come to see the importance of ancestral work. Some of you have come to see the importance of really taking the time out for the self and holding the self accountable. I can't get it out. I think I'm going to go here, Light Sears, because I think the colors, yeah, I think the colors and the texture goes well together. This woman holding a child here in that wheat field or that cornfield that I said I was seeing, that is possibly someone's ancestor. I'm also seeing an ancestor or someone that was burned by hot water or someone that has drowned. Those are two specifics that is coming in. They may, yeah, because the cornfield, that feeling of being, or that we feel of being lost, like being engulfed and not knowing the direction, that feels like an ancestor. I'm not completely sure if we'll take that step to see what it is, but I communicate with the past, present, and future. You know, the ancestors, the spirit guides, you know, your higher self, you know, your team that communicates to my higher self and my team, you know, and that's how it comes as a collective whole. Um, just in case nobody told you, I rambles around here, okay? And sometimes in my rambles, there are other hidden messages outside of the ones that we're communicating, okay? But let's see. Let's see what the cards want to say in regards to paying attention. I feel like this is the equalizer is the core. The pay attention, I kind of feel like it's the past energy, something in the past, something that you witnessed. And the highest self, it kind of feels like where you are now. And this creation solo is that creative rule of power, creative ruling power, that magical power, that fire part spark of the inner child. Because this looks like one of them, you know, one of them 4th of July sparkle thingamajiggers, but this is like overly extreme, right? This is intense. So this is what it feels like you're coming into. You're walking out of the Leo season with this level of awareness in your power, in your magic. And it's like you're in that space, like imagining what and where you know, can I go with this information? Where can I go with this idea? You know, because it looks so watery. It's like that, yeah, that water, the streams of water. This is just like straight into the space of memory, you know, just really tapped into that memory, but finally being sparked, being enthusiastic, Yeah. Being enthusiastic to move away from the tumultuous waters to actually find your family that, you know, resonates or connects with you, or that means something, that can build, you know, different things of your desires. This can be love, relationship, intimate relationship. Maybe you know, you've been a single mother, you know, or a single parent, should I say, because we have fathers out here that don't have mothers because mothers got on drugs and abandoned ship. You know what I'm saying? So what's in this past energy of pay attention that we may need to see? Oh, that had to go to the floor. The Three of Cups. One day all them bags gonna get in your way. But that's about social. That's about groups, who you hang out with, right? In the past. Because that Ten of Cups was at the bottom of the deck, right? That's the new, moving on from those old bags, right? Those old images, the old people, the images of the people, maybe the type of job, or, you know, maybe a certain way of living. I don't know. But let's get something else with this Three of Cups, Grandma Spider. Give me one more. Here we go. Why is she in reverse? Because she in reverse because you didn't have the discernment. You weren't really in reverse. You weren't really paying attention. Yeah, you weren't really paying attention to the people. Because remember, it says pay attention, and it says the peace. So it's almost as if in the past, and still some of the energy, because remember, some of the energy of the past is still in the present. Okay? Until you can bring the homeostasis, or bring the peace, the equalizer, into the deeper knowing and awareness, and how it applies in your life so that you can move forward. So this is in reverse, and this is kind of like, you know, you're just in it. You were just in it. You were just socialized. It's almost like the feeling of passing time, you know, escaping the real responsibilities that you know that you needed to devote into yourself. Let's give me a little room, like so, like that. What do we need to see of the higher self within the present moment of now? Grandma Spider, show Mama Soul what it is that she needs to see. Excuse me. I just heard move to the solo magic. Why am I moving? Don't question. You hear it within. The higher self communicates, the source, the child divine, the voice. When you hear it, don't question it. We have a lot of a habit. I don't know if that's even a way to say it, but we are very conditioned into that way of thinking, to question everything that we hear within. Don't do it. Pay attention and listen. Okay? It's going to get you somewhere. Trust me. There's somewhere that you're trying to go. There's something that you're trying to achieve within your spiritual evolution, within your growth, within your consciousness. There's something within your physical body, like, that's trying to catch up. It's like you already contain certain codes, but the physical body is trying to catch up, or trying to take in, you know, almost trying to recalibrate itself. Yeah. Anyways, there it is again. Solo magic. What do we need to see of the solo magic? The creation solo. What's ahead? Whoa, I'm glad you didn't go to the flow. The moon. surpassing the fears of the waters. Because here, this looks like she's resurrecting into the sky instead of falling deep into the abyss. It's like she's hanging upside downwards in the bliss. I mean, I'm just saying, there's something about the sky, the heavens. Well, yeah, water evaporates and creates our air that we breathe. But this feels like the release of fear, the surrender. This feels like straight surrender, like hangman energy with both of them in that form of bliss within surrender. It's almost like some of you are going to come to trust so much in the divine, in that inner voice that, it's like you can just walk around blindfolded. How can I say that a better way? Like everything is just in sequence. It's like not one step is missed, not one beat is missed, that you can do it like blindfolded. It's going to become with ease, with ease and grace. Yes, the hermit. Look, didn't I say something about the hermit? I don't know. I think I did. That's the inner light. Look how they hovering, not even touching the ground. That's that you are my peace. Yeah, in the future, coming in, moving on, there's going to be peace. You are going to experience peace. If things are not peaceful in your life right now, it will be. There it is again. It will be. There will be peace. There will be love. There will be harmony. There will be new beginnings. There will be people that can add into your cup. There will be people that will water your trees. There will be people that will fertilize your roots. There will be people that will give you quality water to drink back into your pitcher. Yes. Perfect peace. Perfect peace is at hand for those that have been doing the work solely within themselves, holding themselves accountable. There's a great reward that the lion or the lioness within the energy of Leo season that is going to usher into you. It's going to be so phenomenal. It's going to be like walking on water. You know what I'm saying? Look at how she's elevated, right? Look at how she's look like she on a strip pole in water. Come on now, with the water stream between her hands. And then you got the fear. Hold up. You got the fear card of the moon as she's drowning in the water because she's not facing in reverse. As if she is ascending out. Yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. Higher self, is there anything that you want to add into this? Higher self, anything you want to come to a close with? How can we stabilize? How can we stabilize ourselves? I know I kept hearing it, not here. It said not here. It's in reverse. No collaboration. It's not here. So where is it? Where do you want me to go? Without me having to move and do too much now. Okay, we're going to get a sacred cycle. Okay, oracle here. Let me give her a little shuffle. Let me read from the book. There were so many choices. So many choices. Is it? I don't know. We're just going to get on. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll see. Either way, they're going to channel something to me anyway. Equalizer. What do we need to see of the sacred cycle? The full moon. Do we have a full moon coming up on the 27th of August? So there's something about the full moon coming up. Yeah. The butterfly, 36. That's significant. 369, 396. The butterfly effect. The chrysalis. Didn't I say something about the chrysalis? I don't know. Maybe I did or didn't. I don't know. Because the chrysalis energy and being in the cocoon, you know, has been coming up a lot because that's the death and rebirth or the shedding of our egos. So maybe there's something within the ego itself of the past or the relations is when this disconnection or when this freedom or this acknowledgement or acceptance or maybe even forgiveness as well, that actually gets you to connect into your divine power, to be able to move forward. Because remember that Six of Swords kept coming out, to be able to move forward. Maybe this is the strength. Yeah, because that's the, you know, what brings you balance. That also brings you peace through the awareness, because the full moon is like the full face. It's like the sun is completely in alignment to the sun. I mean, the moon, did I say that right? The moon is in direct alignment to the sun, which then gives you the full face or the full vision or the full image in what is actually coming to be weighing, to be released. Whatever the intentions of the past that you set in the time of Leo season, whatever you faced, whatever you paid attention to and witnessed or observed within yourself is now going to come to pass. You're going to see it fully for what it is. Let me know in the comment section which full moon is coming up, August the 27th. I may come back myself and put it into the comment sections, because I just feel the planets, so I haven't been keeping up with the zodiacs and things of that nature, even though I know what season I'm in, Leo. So after Leo is Virgo. So this is is this a Pisces full moon or is this the Leo full moon? I don't know. I ain't even gonna sit here and try and figure it out, y'all. Okay. Supreme. Yeah, crystal to okay. I'm not finished this deck. Why y'all want me to use this? I'm not finished. I'm gonna put two animals. Pay attention to. They may pop up emojis. They may, be relevant already. Confirmation. I don't know. A lookout for. Maybe connect with or do some research on. Maybe of some use to help stabilize you. The beaver, resourcefulness, eager. I need one more. The lion. Yeah. The motherfucking lion. The lion. And the beaver. The beaver upright. Why is the lion in reverse? Re-evaluating the past. Re-evaluating the things. Yeah. Yeah. Re-evaluating. That's why. Leo is re-evaluating the things of the past, right? Maybe the past fears that you contained. Now you're really focused in how you can actually really build to the future. What do we have here? Oh, also pay attention to when you're working and doing too much. Pay attention to your warnings. Remember, because we do have pay attention here. Past energy. Yeah, pay attention to the warnings. Yeah, don't allow yourself to get too attached to physical things in the past. Remember, Leo's looking in the past. Don't I'm hearing don't overindulge, or yeah, overindulge, something like that. Anywho, I'm not trying to read the animals, y'all, okay? Pay attention to the symbols. Let's get this crystal, and Mama Soul is out of here. And if you made it this far, I appreciate you. When I went to go get my water, it was 13:33, and now it's 33:53, 55. Even though I may take a couple of my little shortcuts out of here or speed it up a little bit, so the timestamp gonna change a little. But let's get this crystal, and I'm out. Fluorite. It's good for the heart. Connectivity. Be clear. What is the crystal that is best for us to be able to assist us to be able to pay attention to the things that we need and to keep us from being procrastinators? The garnet, the root chakra. Keep yourselves grounded. This is the garnet. And it says, stay focused on the task at hand and accomplish your goal with creativity and determination. Yeah. So that this magic, what's ahead of you, can really do what you need it to do. It says increase self-motivation and stop procrastination. Maintain focus, determination, and success. Stay grounded and focused. Walk the path to creative success. That's this over here. This is the creative success, the solo magic. Stay grounded so you can stay focused. And this is all that we have for you. And once again, check out a video somewhere around here, a playlist, a studio, okay, according to the seasons. Gemini season is going to be very significant for all of us, especially once we come out of September and enter into April of 2027. For 7 to 8 years, we're going to be dealing heavily as a collective in the Uranus Gemini energy. So that is a playlist studios that I suggest, because it is still timeless, because everybody's journey and process is different. And till then, good night.